behind me you can actually see the stream tributary that feeds into Phojal Nalla, and it was this very stream in 1994 that a landslide dam and flood flowed through.
First of all, we need to understand the geographical location of our study catchment. At the largest continental scale, we can see the position of India and the surrounding nations, and in particular we're interested in an area in northern India. We're now looking at the subcatchment to the south of Fogal Nalla, in this area. But at these locations, the Zebu pasture and the Jadar pasture, there were a series of shallow hillslope failures, landslides. The materials from those landslides moved downslope into the river channel and then continued down the river channel, eventually impacting the village of Phojal. We had the opportunity to speak to the local villagers who experienced this event.
It came in the month of August, at night between 2 and 3. At first there was a landslide in Runga. Then, heavy rainfall at that point turned it into a flash flood. A landslide in Jadar, followed by rainfall, flowed through into Fogal Nalla and then into Dobi.
We asked them how they felt about it, but more so we asked about how they responded at the time.
As soon as there was a cloudburst, large-sized boulders started coming down from the hill. Everyone ran out of their houses. The whole village shook. A huge gust of wind flew over a parked truck. We looked for the truck with our torchlights. 5 minutes later, water came with great force. Massive flow of water lasted for 3 hours.
Here on this flank we are looking at evidence of past process activity, in particular evidence of past floods and debris flows, and you can see the chaotic nature of this sediment.
It contained mud, boulders, stones, trees, and even animals.
And now if we look on the right bank down side of the stream, you'll see a tin based building. Here was a 3-storey building which is no longer here. It was washed away in the flood.
The record of 10th August 1994, whole night around 2:30 am there was a heavy rainfall in village Phojal, and later there was a lot of damage.
What were the impacts of the 1994 flood in the Fogal Nalla catchment area? Well, they included the loss of vehicles parked near bridges, the destruction and washing away of buildings, both commercial and residential properties, the loss of very important agricultural land, specifically apple orchards, and also the destruction of the local road.
The people are still waiting for the compensation from the government.
20 years after the events in Phojal, those memories still endure in the local population. Some people have successfully moved on and adapted to some of these problems, but others still continue to struggle and fear that these events could occur again. Indeed, large numbers of the population place their hands in that of God